Good evening, everyone. Brian Mitchell here from Trade Algo. Welcome back. This recap is going to be a little bit short, considering that the price action today was not all that great. We can see that we are kind of protecting a low down here of 547.87. But again, the more a support is tested, the more it's likely to break. So around this 548-ish level, we were not able to form higher highs. This is basically, again, the bottom lip of the range that we were in, 55545, where I expect some sort of rejection. But first, we have to get a candle close above this low, right? First thing I look at is trends, and we are in a downtrend. To get into an uptrend, we need a candle close above this level, which is pretty much at the high of today. So we're going to have a double resistance. Without news of any kind to basically push us into euphoria and water down the technicals, I kind of see more sideways kind of chop. All kind of depends on the news for jobs in the morning, right? Qs, same thing. It looks like, again, we're still in a very news-based market, folks. So all this sideways price action, if it's a little bit unclear, just zoom out and you'll be able to say, oh, okay, so the higher low was over here, pretty much another double resistance at old all-time high 46571. So that's it, guys. A few things that I am looking at pre-market are there's a lot of wedges being formed, which basically a triangle pointing down, more or less, is called a wedge. This is a bullish wedge. I always draw from the body of a candle to a body of a candle, and there's a wedge for CCL. We do need a candle close above this wedge to start moving on upwards. Same with coin on the 15-minute time frame. I think I showed this in the flows channel already. Multiple points of support and resistance on this wedge. So Coinbase and Snowflake, same thing. CCL was a 1-hour wedge. Coinbase is a 15-minute wedge. I know I don't typically look at 15-minute time frames, but we are at the bottom of weekly demand zone. Snowflake, definitely in a wedge. I don't like the bottom as much as I like the top, but even if this wasn't a wedge, we still have a line of resistance. So candle close above it, whether it's a pattern or not, doesn't matter. So typically when the market forms a lot of the same kind of patterns, same with Zim, I wouldn't call this a wedge. I'd call it more of a channel, but it is respecting the bottom quite nicely, respecting the top of this wedge quite nicely. Typically they all break out at the same time, guys. So Disney, 4-hour wedge. This is the only one that's a 4-hour. So might be tomorrow, might be the next day. It would be a shame if we just consolidate inside the wedges and just keep on going lower, 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 slowly, slowly, slowly. But we'll see, guys. Again, I don't typically swing anything because news, of course, can throw off your technicals completely. Keep that in mind. Every time you hold a position overnight, you should not swing unless you're exorbitantly confident in your setup and you don't mind drawdowns depending on what the news might temporarily do to your play. So this morning I did call out Neo. Let's go to the very beginning. And guys, I always say look at what I put pre-market because I will always try to let you know my best setup. 9:07 a.m. So 23 minutes before the market open, might be looking to short Neo right at market open, trade idea. And as soon as it opened, boom, literally 2-minute trade, 65%. So a trade idea obviously is a more risky trade, as my guidelines state, but I will always, as I told you yesterday, and I'm telling you now, tell you pre-market what I am looking at, right? So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Have a wonderful and blessed evening. Let's have a great trading day Friday. Email me if you have questions, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.